Hello everyone, it's great to be with you again. I am Mr. Harno, your instructor. In today's class, you are going to learn patterns of organization, what patterns of organization is and what each of pattern is characterized, and how they benefit readers will be explored further. So stay with me. Chronological organization refers to the arrangement of material in a passage according to the order in which each event occurred. Dates are frequently included in non-fiction texts that are arranged chronologically. Fictional passages or tales are more subtly worded, chronologically arranged, but typically lack dates. Every story has a beginning, middle, and end because a narrative is a trip through time in which all of the events are ordered in chronological order. The events in a text still take place in a chronological order, regardless of whether the author uses flashbacks, flash-forwards, or other time manipulation techniques. All stories are arranged chronologically because they all require the passage of time. In a story, time might occasionally stand still. A story may have passages that use a descriptive or spatial technique of organizing and concentrate on describing scenery or locations. Although the problem and solution or cause and effect aspects of a narrative's conflict may be mentioned, the text of a story is still primarily structured chronologically. Example: this morning was crazy. My alarm clock was set for PM instead of AM, so I woke up really late. I just threw on some clothes and ran out the door. I rode my bike as fast as I could and thought that I was going to be late for sure, but when I got there everyone was outside and there were fire trucks all lined up in front of school. I guess somebody pulled the fire alarm before class started. It worked out though, because nobody really noticed or minded that I was tardy. A text structure or organizational pattern called compare and contrast explores the similarities and differences between two or more objects. It is crucial to keep in mind that the text should discuss both similarities and contrasts while using the compare and contrast text format. If all the text does is compare, then it is merely comparing. In the same manner, if it merely describes how things differ, it is only contrasting. Both must be done for the text to qualify as a compare and contrast. Example: apples and oranges are both fruits, which means that they have seeds inside of them. Each has a skin, but orange skins are thick and easy to peel. Apple skins are thinner and do not peel easily. Oranges also contain more acid than apples, but both fruits are delicious. Because the speaker will frequently switch back and forth between two topics, it is usually simple to spot when the writer is comparing and contrasting two ideas. However, the following terms may be used as indicators that the comparison and contrast organizational pattern was used when writing the text: like, dislike, both, neither, similar, and different. Ideas or steps are prioritized by the writer or speaker according to a hierarchy of value. When using the order of importance pattern of organization, information can be structured from most important to least important or least important to most important. Both structures would be considered as the order of importance text structure. Example: the company has a clearly laid out hierarchy. All major decisions go through the president, who controls the entire operation, but most daily decisions go to the board. Beneath the board members are the regional managers, who oversee the branch managers, who run each local branch. It might be challenging to distinguish the order of importance organizational pattern from cause and effect and sequence text structures. In some instances, The information from a passage that lists passages in order of importance and sequence could even be represented using the same graphic organizer. A sequential section typically illustrates the steps that take place in a process, but sometimes the difference is minor and must be inferred. Sequential order, or process writing as it is sometimes called, is when information in a passage is organized by the order in which it occurs. This method of organizing text is generally used for instructions or directions, but it can also be used to explain processes in nature or society, such as how a president is elected. Chronological order and sequential arrangement are frequently misunderstood. The issue is further complicated by the usage of the term chronological sequence to describe chronological order. However, there is a crucial distinction between the two patterns. Texts ordered chronologically take place at a certain time and place, whereas texts describing processes or sequences do not take place at any particular time or location. For example, if I describe how I got home and cooked cookies, the details are arranged chronologically. The incident happened in my kitchen at some point in the past. Example: how to make cookies. First, get your materials. Then, make your dough. Lastly, cook your dough at 400 degrees for 10 minutes. When information in a passage is arranged spatially, it means that it is arranged by place or space. Spatial arrangement would be used to describe the room in which you are currently sitting. Descriptive writing, which is more usually used when the narrator recounts how something appears, is another name for spatial organizing. Although spatial organization is typically fairly simple to spot, you should be aware that it is employed in both fiction and non-fiction writings. The material is typically arranged chronologically in fictional passages, but it occasionally appears spatially when the narrator is describing a location or a character's look. Example: volcanoes are a feared and destructive force for good reason. A volcano is like a pressure valve for the inner earth, but they can also be very beautiful. One part of the volcano that people rarely see is the magma chamber. The magma chamber is way beneath the Earth's bedrock. It is tremendously hot. Running from the magma chamber to the crater of the volcano is the conduit. The conduit connects the magma chamber to the outer world. At the top of the volcano is the crater. This is where the magma exits. Volcanoes are a beautiful yet dangerous natural phenomenon. Information in a text is frequently organized using the cause and effect model. Cause and effect paragraphs give explanations for how something happened or its effects. You can read these paragraphs in either an effects first or an effects then causes order. The expository and persuasive writing genres typically employ the cause and effect text structure. To put it another way, when a writer provides explanations for why something occurred, they are outlining the causes and effects. Reasons are causes and the thing that happens is the effect. Additionally, when a writer describes the outcomes of an activity, they are describing the consequences of a cause. Results are effects and the thing that occurs is the cause. Because the cause and effect text structure is so ubiquitous, it's likely that you've already used it without realizing it in a paragraph. Example: many people think that they can get sick by going into cold weather improperly dressed. However, illnesses are not caused by temperature, they are caused by germs. So while shivering outside in the cold probably won't strengthen your immune system, you're more likely to contract an illness indoors because you will have a greater exposure to germs. The pattern of arrangement known as problem and solution expresses information in a paragraph as a conundrum or grave concern, a problem, and something that was, can be, or should be done to address this concern, solution or attempted solution. However, if you read the passage and specifically look for both a problem and a solution to the problem, you should find it fairly easy to distinguish from cause and effect passages as they do not propose solutions. The problem and solution text structure may seem like it would be easy to recognize, but it can be moderately difficult to identify because it is frequently confused with the cause and effect pattern of organization. Example: it seems like there has been a surge in teen pregnancies these days. Teen pregnancies make it very difficult for young mothers to pursue their dreams and meet the demands of an infant. Fortunately, most teen pregnancies can be easily prevented by using birth control. Okay class, we have been through all types of patterns of organization. You should hopefully comprehend why, when, and how each pattern is used, as your solid understanding of each can enhance your reading comprehension. Thank you. Bye.